A wizard is never late. Oh, just quoting Gandalf, Gandalf the Grey, preparing for the third Hobbit movie. Um, Something about the Five Armies. That's all I know. I think it's Battle of the Five Armies or War of the Five Armies. Anyway, being in Australia, I think it might. We're not actually getting it until Boxing Day. Yeah, we still waiting. I know if you're living in the UK, it's already premiered. So yeah, we're one of the last. We Australians are the very last. Well, one of the very last to get the film. And it's during the summer, which is not the best season to be wearing all this garb, which is what I hope to be wearing on the day. It screens. One of the first screenings of the film, and that's if they let me in with the oversized cutlery I have currently strapped around my waist, and this thing, of course. I'll just step back. Oh no, get closer back. Put the beard. It's a silly looking beard. I finally sussed it out. It actually fits better than it was. It kept slipping off my ears. I realised that there's actually, you gotta separate these two bands to give it more more of a grip of my head. It's only a cheap setup. The beard and the wig only cost me about less than $30, as well as the hat too. The costume here, it's just over $100. That's the if you can see it there. I don't know if I've zoomed that camera out. That's as far as it goes, unfortunately. So you can't see everything. I haven't got his signature boots, the grey boots, grey or white boots he wore. Maybe they were blue boots. Who knows? I just got what do you call them? Sneakers or runners, trainers. Yeah. I have got the scarf. So I thought I lost it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. This is the scarf. I think it cost me $90 from the Weta website. I'll just take the hat off. Yeah, that's how the hair looks. Looks even more awesome. It does look kind of Gandalfy, grey wizardy on me. I figured you can't tell it's who I am really at all. That's the staff, sword. Now the sword's difficult to draw out, mainly because I don't have the training, sword training to use, and it's very heavy. It's unwieldy. It's very unwieldy. You shall not pass. Go back to the shadow. Fly, you fools. That's when he drops his weapon. Yeah, that's the replica, the official. Oh man, it's tangled in my beard. The official replica. Both. Yeah, both of these things cost me a couple of hundred, but not more than 1,000. So aside from yeah, they're the most expensive parts. Of course, there's also the scabbard. Nowhere to put a staff. How does a wizard cope with all this gear? Really, I wouldn't recommend it myself. I don't know how Ian McKellen put up with it. Sir Ian McKellen. I'm sorry. I apologise. He is a sir now, as he was knighted by the Queen. Yeah, just giving you a better look at the sword. It has the official writing. I forget what it says. It's in Sindarin, I think, or Quenya, the ancient elfin language. Something to do with here. This sword may only be. This sword was originally wielded by one of the well-known elven kings, whose name escapes me. Of course, I know the name of the other two wizards that failed. Alatar and Palando. Unlike movie Gandalf, who forgot them, I guess they scripted it that way. There. So there's Saruman, the head wizard, Gandalf, me, well, Ian McKellen, who I'm dressed up as. No, I'm dressed up as Gandalf, not as Ian McKellen. I'm dressed up as Gandalf. Gandalf the Grey. As he was Gandalf the Grey. As he was in The Hobbit and in the first, and possibly the first hour of Fellowship of the Ring. From Lord of the Rings, taken from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah, there's Gandalf the Grey, Saruman of Many Colours, or Saruman the White, Radagast the Brown, who was one of the Doctor Who's, what's his name? McCoy, I forget his name. Saruman, Christopher Lee, Gandalf, Ian McKellen, Sir Ian McKellen. And the other two wizards, Palando and Alatar. One can only guess what they were like. They were blue wizards, and I assume one of them was closely associated with the men of the South, the Southrons, who were misled by Sauron. The men of Harad, the Harad. Can't pronounce it. They were just the people of Harad, the elephant riders from the third movie, I guess. They're actually very dark. They're kind of like African. They're analog. The Middle Earth's analog to Africa and India. So yeah, they were like those people. I think the people of Far Harad were most like the Africans, and the people who were closer were more like the Indians. I'm not sure they were portrayed that way in the film, so not sure why, but yeah. And I say the other wizard was closely associated with the Easterlings. They failed in their mission to persuade those people to turn away from Sauron and follow the path of light, I guess, as it is known in the film, or something like that. I got this from reading a abridged version of the Silmarillion. I've never read the book properly myself, and I've only read Lord of the Rings, bar a few chapters, which I skipped over, not long after I left school, over 20 years ago. So, yeah, I'm 43 now, and I'm looking forward to seeing this third Hobbit movie, dressed in my garb, with the sword strapped to my waist. I hope they let me in. I guess I'll need to ask permission, and be careful with my gear. I also have Gandalf's famous ring, Naira, Ring of Fire. It was supposed to help him instill. I guess it's the Ring of Fire, because it would instill persuade. if you remember in the Unexpected Journey film, when he appeared in the Goblin Caves with a blast of force that, you know, he suddenly appeared in the Goblin Cave and blowing all the goblins aside, knocking them aside with his well, his magic, I guess. And basically, he told the wolves to get up and fight, and this is part of his magic. I think it's the work of the magic ring. It's supposed to instill well, in what is the word? Embolden, bold, um, give their hearts back to them. It's hard to explain. I've just lost my 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 grasp of the of how the best way to explain it. I do have a book on it that might explain it better, but I don't have time to get it now. Anyway, that is the Ring of Fire, but there's an interesting thing. Gandalf was never seen. He did not appear to be wearing it at all. I think during any part of the both film trilogies. Well, as far as I know, there is a scene where he appears. Where is that? Rivendell talking to Galadriel, and there's a close up of their hands together, and you notice that he's not wearing it then. He might have taken it off, of course. Who knows? Probably some sort of wizard etiquette that I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, but maybe the magic from the ring works. It's kind of left its mark on him, and it works whether he's wearing the ring or not. Who knows? But yeah, basically he can persuade men to get back up on their feet and fight back. It has that sort of effect. Sort of like a bardic chant or a war cry, or a silent war cry, if you get my meaning. Anyway, there's the sword. I also have this. Yeah, I showed the scabbard. I also have the other scabbard for Gandalf the White, and as well as the staff, which it's not quite as interesting as the staff. Where is it? This one. It's really gnarly looking. It's got that, and it feels like it'd do some damage if you hit someone with it, but I wouldn't. Yeah, well, I'm not that violent. Not unless you really push me. But I'm afraid it would do damage to the staff as well. It's made out of some sort of wood-like material. See, it's got a rune there. There's a rune. Some sort of rune. Wizard rune. Are they all like Vikings? They use runes? Who knows? Yeah. This wig was in a bit of a mess. I managed to get it sitting okay. I just took it off before and it got messed. I took it off after I first tried it on, and the next day when I looked at it, I noticed it was really messed up, and don't know why. Sword, I'll put it back. Yeah, it's really hard to draw, I'd say. Jeez, that slot. I guess Sir Ian McKellen had a lot of training in swordcraft and how to draw it without stopping quickly when he needed to use it. Don't expect me to be doing that. No. Some of his famous quotes, a wizard is never late. Look to the east. Look to the dawn, look to the east, where I'll be appearing on the hilltop, astride Shadowfax, the white mirrors. I don't think he actually said that, he just said look to the east. Fool of a took. 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 Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't repeat that he said I wouldn't repeat. It just sounds silly. Like, you shall not pass. Go back to the shadow. Fly, you fools. It's much harder than I thought it would be. Sounding convincing, even though I'm wearing all the garb. What else? Yeah, it's just not practical. Long hair, long beard, sword. Oh my. Cloak, even the dress. Like, for riding a horse, for all the horse riding he did, I think he had some sort of, his cloak was actually shorter, much shorter in the film, and he was wearing pants. Like pants and a normal tunic would be more preferable. Probably a woolen tunic, or a tunic, a cloth tunic with wool, because it was cold, it would snow a lot. Maybe a woolen cloak if you really needed it. I'm not sure about the beard and long hair at all. It's just so cumbersome. I do understand that for the film they had this, they made it shorter than a lot of, yeah, I remember there was talk on the One Ring forums, Tolkien Online, that where I post as under the name Helm's Deep, and now Helm Hammerhand. Is it last of the first line of kings of Rohan? Anyway, yeah, there was a lot of talk about his beard when we first saw photos of Gandalf the Grey back back in the 90s, when the film was still before the film came screened, was finished. First saw the photo of Gandalf, and they said his beard was shorter than it looked in the pictures by Alan Lee. Yeah, there's a lot of artwork with Gandalf having this long flowing beard, and they realized it just wasn't practical. It would get tangled in everything, so they made it much shorter. Like, it's still pretty long, and I guess it would be still pretty annoying now that I've tried it myself. It's so uncomfortable. I'm just not used to it. I guess it's having a beard with all this long hair is a skill that needs to be developed. Takes a bit of getting used to. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother with it. I'd probably even shave my head. If I was Gandalf, I'd have my head shaved, no beard at all, or just a very small one, close, cut, clipped, close to the chin and jawline. And as for the robes, yeah, I'd just do it in a tunic and whatever they use for trousers, some sort of trews, I think, and a satchel. See the satchel they gave me? It's that small. It's pathetic. It came with the costume, and the satchel, and the sword. Now the sword, I don't know, just how does he cope wearing this sword and the cloak, going through narrow passageways? even walking around inside a hobbit house, or travelling through the caves, or travelling through the brushland, or riding on the horse wearing, I wouldn't wear this, trying to ride a horse. It's just, it's like a dress. It's just like a grey dress I'm wearing. A dress for men, called robes, of course, called robes. And yeah, I just wouldn't recommend it if you're a wizard. I guess you'd have to be a Maya spirit to cope with it all. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Showing off my wizard garb. Where's the hat? Where's the hat? How shall I say goodbye? How does Gandalf say goodbye? How does Gandalf say goodbye? I could say fly you fools, or go back to the shadow, whatever. Anyway, goodbye. Goodbye from Michael, or Thrill Seeker, as I'm known on the 2000 AD forums.